Is it live? Oh, let's go. And hopefully this model doesn't crash as me like the slime did. So far, so good though. What's up,
I see you
everybody?
have a Viroid model now.
Yeah. I remember you talking about it, and then I do remember like it's free, and then I saw YouTube videos on it, and I just thought it'd be easiest. This was a long wait. Yeah, trust me, I know that slime model, man. I blame it all on that slime model. What's up, Kakashi? Yeah. If we could, I don't know how to say it. Besides, if we could try not to talk about light. Uh, but yeah. Um. Anyways, the day I became a god. I still remember really liking it. Uh, I don't think I remember if I asked you what your thoughts on it was. Like, how did you like it, or what's your placing on it?
I mean, I did enjoy it. I think it might be worth trying to start from the beginning again.
We also
Also,
covered
welcome everyone,
the basketball shot you
Mercer,
hated at the beginning.
Kakashi, Vidad.
Yeah.
Yeah, first things first. That basketball shot. Why did they never show whether it went in?
It just
It was
wasn't really
never referenced
important.
for the entire rest of the anime.
Because I just don't think it was that important. I mean, they were just messing around with it, I'm pretty sure.
Then why did they put so much emphasis on it if it wasn't important? They just left
That
us
is true.
hanging.
Um, maybe it's yeah. I don't know. I can't save it on that. I can't. Um. Oh. Juniper focused on a basketball shot in a show with all the. Yeah, I mean, as soon as she told me that when I was rewatching it, I was like, why is she kind of right? Like, they did that for absolutely nothing. But, yeah, I mean, let me try to remember. Um, we also talked about, like, if Hina's disease was real. I remember that as well. Um, I would search it up. I completely forgot what the disease was called. Love the model. Thank you, Mercer. I made it with a, as you said, with Vroid, right? Yeah, with
I don't
Vroid.
know, does my voice sound different at all?
Um, did Juniper
Or is it
is?
just the way I was talking there?
I swear it's the same in my opinion. Not to. What do you mean not to you? Oh, like, what? I completely forgot what I said. Oh, the voice. Okay, yeah. I don't think the voice is. I don't think her voice is different either. Yeah, and Mercer does hear her voice the most. Um. Okay, let me think. Uh,
Yeah, I don't remember what exactly Hina had.
I do know some disease.
I don't think that's super important though.
Yeah, no, I don't think the name of it is important. But I thought the movie they shot was really cool, and I am glad we did get to kind of see the final product instead of them just telling us they made a movie. Because I feel like some animes just say, "Oh yeah, we made the movie," and then they just leave it at the shooting of it and not the final product. I thought that was really cool. And I did like the final
Keep
product.
in mind, they did try shooting movies earlier in the anime,
Hmm.
and that seemed like a very different process.
Yeah. I thought it was cool. I did like that they continued
which I
it
guess
even after Hina is like changed. I guess that's how you call it. What's next stream? I have no clue. What were you gonna say, Juniper?
one thing I do want to talk about that's kind of related is Inazumi's character, because I had a hard time really understanding her character. At the start, she seemed like a kind of no nonsense person who,
Inazami's
didn't
the
really
love
seem to
interest, right?
care for Yuta at all. Yeah, she is. And,
Um,
when filming the first movies, his name is Yuta, right? He kept trying
I
to,
think something.
I guess, win her over that way,
Yeah.
but she was just not having it. But then later, she seemed very invested in filming the movie at the end and, seemed to go along with the whole phone call from a dead person thing without any question.
I mean,
It almost felt like she was a completely different character.
yeah. At the same time, I feel like she was just such in grief that if you were missing your mom that bad, I feel like even if someone told you, oh, like this is a dead phone, and like you can call your mom on it, and then someone that like almost sounded like your mother picked up, I feel like you'd believe it. Well, maybe you wouldn't believe it, but you would want to. I guess in a sense. I I can't elaborate on that, but I would think.
I guess that's understandable, and you could argue that that incident kind of changed her in a way, so she was more open to actually filming the movie for the end.
Yeah, speaking of her mother, I absolutely loved like the magic spell idea. I thought it was such an amazing like way to like deal with that, I guess. Like cuz as a mother, what would you tell your kids? Like you're going to die, but your husband who absolutely loves you and you're his whole world and your own daughter, you're going to leave them behind after you die. So what do you do with that? And I love that they did the whole spell in like time periods of as she was growing older and she wasn't there. She kind of was there with the videos, or she was supposed to be, but obviously the dad hid the videos. I like the concept a lot. Maybe she just recognized the voice. I feel like I'd recognize my mom's voice pretty well. Yeah.
Another thing I want to say is the whole, I guess, secondary plot line with Hiroto at first seemed to really clash with the rest of what was going on. Because
Hmm.
it almost seemed like they were making it sci-fi when it wasn't sci-fi at all otherwise.
Yeah, it was. Like I said, I think it was really weird that like you had like glowing eyes and pretty much almost like superhuman powers, and but I think that it wasn't like it, in the real world of that concept. It wasn't that in a sense. It kind of was because obviously he was like a super genius, but I think like like the sea concept. Obviously there wasn't a sea, and I don't think his eyes glowed, I don't think he has those superhuman powers. So I do kind of want to believe it was just like he, in his head he was imagining it like a treatment of like childlike wonder of his parents pretty much made him do a 9 to 5 when he was like the age of 6.
Or he just had contacts in that were cybernetic and let him see all those holographic cyber things and whatnot.
That could also be true. I don't know. Well, Mercer, what's your thoughts on that? What's your thoughts? I want to know. Hope has arrived. I am here. All right. What's up, All Might? What's up, Kakashi?
And then I guess the two plot lines obviously did kind of come together
Yeah.
with Hiroto finding Hina and then helping you to find Hina again. But instead of the two distinct feels kind of combining, it ended up becoming something different from either of them, which
Right.
was interesting.
I do understand what you're saying. Congratulations on that, Vidette. And Mercer says, I think they tried really hard to make it emotional like the author's other shows, but it feels a little rushed. I do kind of agree with that. I feel like if they took their time and maybe possibly extended it to like I don't know, like a second season or more or just more episodes, I feel like they could have really connected to the characters better and like I don't know, elaborated more throughout. So I do kind of agree with what he is saying.
Pacing definitely could have used some work, which I guess leads to another character I wanted to talk about.
Which one? Or if you watch
Ashura, if I'm pronouncing that right, the best friend.
I know you're the other basketball friend, right?
Yeah, he was obviously there at the start when they were playing basketball with the shot that I know I keep bringing up, but that's not really the point this time. He just kind of took a back seat for a while after that. Turned up a few episodes later, seemingly at random. And then in the episode with the I'm not sure the word I'm looking for. The festival thing.
Oh yeah, I know what you're talking about when she gets trapped in like
They were really
the
laying
freezer.
it on thick how their history is so deep and how great of friends they are, but that wasn't really ever explored before then, so it
Yeah.
just kind of felt sudden
Yeah.
how it was all dropped in that one episode.
I do agree. I feel like they threw him away a lot, and I feel like his only purpose was to like extend on I think Yuta's backstory. I think that was his only purpose, and I'm kind of sad they threw him away like that. But yeah, they could have done so much more with him, and you're right, he could have been there for a lot more helping Yuta.
Another character I didn't really understand was Kako, the older woman.
Oh, the weird one with the What's the game called? The one where you kept making up like Uno reverse stuff. That one, the one that ran that like tournament thing. The rich one.
Yeah, she was really interested in Yuta making up random BS playing mahjong,
Yeah, I can't lie. She
and
was
I
pretty weird.
guess became interested in him in other ways. Despite, as far as I'm aware, I think he's a minor.
Yeah.
Tried to coerce him into stuff afterward.
Yeah.
Got mad when he rejected her
Yeah.
to the point where she was threatening him.
Yeah.
And the next thing you know, she's just hanging out going to the festival with them.
Yeah. She's like I don't know, like I she is the character I do hate the most, but I don't think it's her fault. I do think they made her in such a weird manner. Like yeah, yeah, I'm pretty sure he is. He was in high school. He literally was. And then she, I'm pretty sure, who knows how old. She's rich and has everything, and then she wants this one high school boy who is playing mahjong, and who's making up some random, yeah, like you said, BS. Like it's just, and then she wants him, and as soon as she says, no, she goes full throttle. And then yeah, she just joins up for the most random stuff. The making of a high school movie, the festival, and she just shows up for all their little stuff. I do think it's weird. They could have made her way less weird, and her only purpose was for finances. So yeah, the the character, I guess, like building wasn't too fantastic. I can't lie. I don't even think you're
I
supposed
mean,
to
that
hate
whole
her.
mahjong episode was just so bizarre.
Mercer says, the reoccurring theme is here. Everything needed way more time. Yeah, I don't even think you're supposed to hate her. Yeah, I don't believe you are either. But at the same time, her only like redemption is when Hina gets her like her she when she comes back and then she finishes the scene. All she says is I don't think I could have done better than that, and that's like her only like redemption kind of, and I don't know. I just feel like it wasn't enough for what how much of like the I don't know, like of the rival to Hina, I guess she was supposed to play. I don't think it was enough of a closure or what do you call it? An ending, I guess. So yeah, yeah, you're right. She could
A
have
resolution to her character arc.
resolution. Yes, that's what the word I was looking for. Thank you, thank you. But yeah, I don't think it was a great resolution. But yeah. Yeah, like you said, a lot of things. What did everyone think of the animation? I mean, I liked it, but at the same time, I like all animation pretty much. So I'm not picky about
I don't
animation.
really remember the animation all that well. That
I
kind of thing doesn't tend to stick in my head.
yeah, I do remember it being like less like detailed, I guess, and more like I don't know, I guess what the word you use, I guess like of a cutesy art style, I guess. But I mean, like I said, I don't really care about animation. I mean, like if you, I just think if the story is there, I will enjoy it. Um, like stuff like Code Geass. Like I like the animation just isn't good, but I do like the story behind it, and I'm pretty sure it is also old, so that also explains. When you see fire animation, you remember it. It wasn't bad, but what? Yeah, I do agree with that. It was, yeah, it was, and it was very like mild. there wasn't any like, I guess, what would you call it? Like you probably couldn't point out the characters if you put them against like similar characters. They had no I- identities, I guess, in the realm of art.
I guess on the topic of animation, the anime we talked about before, Mawaru Penguin Drum, a lot of the visuals really stood out to me,
Oh yeah.
and I remember them well. But I'm not sure that's necessarily because of how they were animated and more just the patterns of the visuals.
I I absolutely loved the. Speaking of Mario Penguin, I think I said it last time, but I loved the transition from when every time she put the hat on. It was so fun. I loved it.
That is true. The survival strategy
Yeah.
sequence is really something, but I guess I don't want to go on too much of a tangent.
I'm trying to remember more stuff. What were the main like things we talked about? The movie, the sports festival. That transition was so funny. Yeah. Um, trying to think what I
One
could.
thing I think we may have talked about the last couple times we tried streaming this was Yuta accepting Hina's powers, because it seemed like Hina did, at least to an extent, prove them to him, and he kind of believed in them, but at the same time didn't.
Yeah, but I can't lie. It would be hard to believe that just a random pink haired girl dressed as an anime nun, as they said, just has precognition like that. But also, you can't deny it because she proved it way too many times. So I mean, yeah, it was a interesting take on that, but I just don't know how else you could take it. Either he didn't believe it the entire time, or he accepted it immediately, and I guess they kind of combined both in a way. Remember, the show was really bad, so it's kind of hard to talk about this one. Yeah, I can't lie. Me too. I wanted to talk about Yuta's backstory, but I can't remember what it was. I'm pretty sure he like broke his leg or something. Something bad happened in a basketball game. That's all I remember.
They played basketball
Yeah,
and they
that.
tried doing a jump shot
Uh
and
huh.
it didn't work.
Yeah, that's what I remember. But did he break his leg or like what happened? Was that it? He just didn't do it and he stopped?
I think there might have been some kind of injury, but yeah, I don't remember that too clearly.
Yeah. I not and that now that I'm thinking about it a lot more, like yeah, this anime did need a lot more room to breathe. It did have a good like skeleton, I guess though. I did like the concept of it a lot. Did young minority Midoriya? What is that supposed to mean? What do you mean young minority? It's actually similar to the author's other shows. Clanad, the MC, also played basketball and got injured. I don't believe I've seen that one. That's interesting. Watch Clanad. That is emotional anime. I mean, I don't doubt it. Is the manga any good? I have not read the manga. I don't know how it differs from the anime. But the anime, I like the concept of it a lot, but I do feel like it would be really cool if they gave it more room to breathe and fix that pacing. If they did like a remastered version of this and just fixed the pacing and gave it more room to breathe and for the characters to grow and for world development, I think it would be awesome. What's up, Big George? Do you have anything to add, Juniper?
About the about Clannad?
About just anything, really.
I mean, another thing I want to talk about is how, the anime ended up being Yuta trying to get Hina back from the hospital.
Mhm.
It was it wasn't exactly expected that that's what it was going to come to. With the way the I guess secondary plot line with Hiroto is going, I was expecting it to, I guess, be more action oriented, but instead it ended up being a lot more down to earth.
Mhm.
In a sense, I guess it calling it down to earth might be a bit of a stretch, but the the way Yuta was handling it seemed a bit weird. Like he was obviously, if you're in that situation, you need to be sensitive with Hina and patient, but he
Mhm.
kept getting loud repeatedly and whatnot, despite the fact that it clearly distressed her.
Yeah, I agree with that. He was really, I feel like, stupid in that whole like ordeal. Also, how illegal is that? How illegal is impersonating a doctor?
I mean, I'm not super familiar with the laws in Japan, but I'd imagine it's very illegal.
What's up, Sin? Mercer says hospital was an interesting idea, where both Yuta and the woman taking care of Hina both wanted the best for her in different ways. I do agree with that. Uh, they they both did like care for Hina in their own ways. Um, but obviously at the start, Yuta did not know how to care for the new Hina. At the end, he kind of learned, more or less.
And when she did realize that he was some kind of imposter, it almost seemed like she was going full yandere on the electronic communication, but then seemed to go back to normal when they started interacting in person again.
Yeah, I get what you're saying. You're sleepy, Sin, and then you wanted to go to bed. Yuta definitely handled that like a child, which isn't too surprising since he is a kid. He's not really mature enough to deal with that. Yeah. Mersha said that, by the way. I do guess I understand that, cause yeah, I guess he just didn't have that much like grief in his life before, and then he almost thought the Hina he once knew was completely gone. I guess.
And of course, Hina opening back up to him also seemed a bit sudden at the end. Like, it seemed like he wasn't making much progress with her. And then suddenly at the end when he was leaving, it's like she completely changed.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, I I think how I it was very interesting how Hina was handling everything. She was like remembering, but she also wasn't at the same like time. It's like I don't know how to explain it. They just like gave no hints that she did remember, but the whole time she did, which is weird. I still have my TikTok account. Yeah, all of the AI has been wiped. What do you mean? But I also think the anime. I think the title itself is also interesting because it's called "The Day I Became a God" and it's is spoken in Yuta's perspective. So I think it's like an interesting like metaphor that he I don't know, I don't know how to explain it, but I thought it was interesting.
I also have to admit it does seem like the kind of title you'd expect from a shonen anime.
Yeah, and it's kind of weird because it's kind of nothing like a shonen anime. It does sound like it would be action oriented when it really isn't. All his family had god names. Yeah, like I think what was he? God of the sun or was it the sky? Something like that. Yeah, the god thing was kind of
I
confusing.
think Hugh is the sun god.
Yeah. And then the dad was the sky. I don't know. I don't know, but yeah, they all had everyone in his family, or maybe his sister was a sky. I don't know, but everyone in his family did have god names, and yeah, I guess I don't know if I'd say it was confusing, but I do think it was an interesting take. Do we give a ranking for the anime we talk about? Yeah, I'm pretty sure last time I did give Maru a 9, I believe. Can this god beats Kratos though? No, it's not an actual god. And all she had was pre she could see like the most the outcome of the future, I guess, with statistics and stuff.
She had very strong powers of prediction
Yeah. So I do not think
because she
she could.
basically had a supercomputer in her head.
Mm-hmm. Well, is it a mustard out of 10? I don't know what rating a mustard in numbers would be, so I don't know if I can say it is. What would you rate it, Juniper?
Well, I guess there's one last thing I want to talk about that's kind of the ending of the anime, how it all came together, how the things Hina wanted to do in the time she had left
Mm-hmm.
ended up being the things that they could do after she had lost her computer and came back to Utah.
Yeah.
Which is clearly how the entire anime was going from the beginning, looking back.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think the biggest issue is just pacing, and
Yeah, I also agree. The pacing was their biggest issue. Prediction: is she 18? I want to go to the casino. No, but she did predict a horse race. Um, there's something I kind of don't get was at the end. I don't know if they like got together or they were friends. I know Hina said she loved Yuta very very much, but I don't understand like the context. I guess like did she mean like in a relationship, which I guess you would assume, but or did she mean as friends? Because how old is she compared to Yuta is I guess my main question.
wait, you mean Hina?
Yeah. Because at the end she says, Hina loves Yuta very, very much. But I guess I didn't get like their relationship
I think
status.
that was more in a familial kind of way.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking is like as friends or as like I I don't know, but I wasn't thinking relationship, but I guess it could be interpreted as it, but I didn't interpret it as it, I guess. Mercer says he thinks of it in a family kind of way, and he thinks it might have needed another season. Yeah, that's what I was saying. Just, I do feel like they were, I don't know, the beginning and ending felt too close in the time frame, I guess. Your message was blocked for what? You think it was in a mustard kind of way? What is mustard love? Dad, I would very much like to know what kind of mustard love is. That's all she had was super chip in her head.
But anyway, I did like the anime, but I'm not sure I can say it was great.
I also agree. For some reason, it wasn't as good as I remember. In my opinion, I guess I'd give it like a 7. I do like it and I love its concept a lot. Um, but like we've stated a bunch, the pacing, they didn't give it a lot of time for said concept to breathe, and there could have been way more hints. Like in Mario Penguin Drum, I really liked it because they did give a lot of those hints that if you do go back and watch, you'd pick up on a lot of them. And I guess this one just did not have that, and it wasn't like I don't know. Like the pace, it just needed more time. They rushed it. What would you give it, Juniper?
I mean, I think a 6 is a fairly fair rating for this. Why did I have to word it that way?
Was there something wrong with the wording?
Well, fairly fair just sounds stupid.
Oh, well, I mean, I didn't think so. I didn't catch that. But yeah, yeah, I get that. I get that. So 6, I rated 7, Juniper rates at 6. What about you, Mercer? As someone who watched the other shows this guy wrote, I can't rank it high compared to them. He'd say a 5, 6. Yeah, fairly fair. I'm gonna start using that. That's kind of cool. But should we start? You said you had something an idea for the next anime club, right?
Yeah, I guess I have some ideas. Kakashi wants to rate it. Did you watch it,
Did you watch it,
Kakashi?
Kakashi? Because I don't think you can read it blind, man. I don't think that's fair. But the show wasn't a bad idea. Well, yeah, like I said, the concept, I do really like the concept, but they just didn't let said concept breathe. Yeah, you're right. Definitely need more development. I've been studying you guys of your descriptions and stuff for an hour. Okay. Oh, based on what we said about it. Ooh, okay. What are you gonna rate it based on what we said about it? Okay. Now I'm interested. As someone who watched all of One Piece, it's an explosion out of 10. That could either be interpreted as really good or really bad. Yeah, yeah,
Have
that's
we
true.
even talked about this anime for hours?
Just a, I mean, I guess because we've probably talked about it for at least like a. I mean, we're at 42 right now, and I don't know. Definitely not more than 1 hour, but I don't know. But I do want to know his rating. I haven't watched it, but I know it's a mustard out of 10. All right. Speaking of Kendrick Lamar, I did give like I did like an analyze the TV off song, and I really like it a lot. 6.6. I think that's fair, but I'm pretty sure all you did was average all of our ratings. But yeah, I mean it is. I guess it's not a bad anime. They just executed it kind of poorly. So, what was your ideas for next anime club, Juniper? I'm an anime introduction. Feel free to say Kakashi. Um, Obviously, no guarantee we will pick
I
it.
guess my first nomination has to be Shigofumi.
Uh, what's that about?
It's about a postal worker who delivers the final messages of dead people.
Really? That's that actually sounds kind of good. Uh,
Not sure whether any of you have seen it.
Letters from the Departed. Hmm? That definitely seems interesting. Doctor Stone. Dude, we're talking about like short anime, man. That's like almost. I think that is 3 seasons. I do love Doctor Stone, but I don't know if that's anime club length. Okay, so
You
Shigo
know,
Fumi.
I read Dr. Stone, but dropped it going into the third arc because it felt like it was just getting worse.
I do kind of agree with that. I like Dr. Stone's first season better than all the other seasons I've watched, so I guess you're probably right on that. Because it just gets less, like, I guess, sciencey almost the deeper you go into it. Solo leveling. Come on, man. Like,
I
that's
also
also
feel
two
like a lot of the
seasons. I do love
characters
solo
just
leveling.
turned into gimmicks rather than actual characters.
Yeah. Cause I'm pretty like you said. I'm pretty sure that the the older woman, whatever her name was, I'm pretty sure her only purpose to be there was because they needed someone for money. That was her only purpose of being there whatsoever. Death Note, it's only like 37 episodes. Mm, I don't know.
Let's be honest, who hasn't seen Death Note?
That is also true. Yeah, it would kind of be. Yeah, I do love Death Note. I am kind of. I think it was like the third anime I've ever watched, but I am kind of sad of how it ended. I'm not gonna spoil it for anyone in case you actually haven't seen it, but all
Well, the
of
whole point
Pokemon.
is for people to discover new anime.
Yeah,
If we
exactly.
watch anime everyone has already seen, then what's the point?
Exactly. The whole purpose is of like hidden gems. That's the whole purpose of like the genre of the anime club we're looking for, I guess. That's why I think what Juniper suggested so far is really cool. Marsha, do you have any suggestions? But all of Pokemon is absolutely insane. Do you know how probably long that would take? They got more episodes than One Piece, man.
Pokemon's also still ongoing, it's not finished.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, depending, like with Ash, it's finished. But like in the general I guess like the genre or the title Pokemon, yeah, it's forever. Well, I don't know about forever, but it is still going. And who knows? They might make a Legend ZA anime at this point. It's only 1,425 episodes. Okay, plus movies, plus who spin-offs. Who knows? They got a lot of stuff, man. There is no Pokemon without Ash. I can't lie. I was really sad when they kicked Ash off. Ash was my goat. I grew up with Ash, so I was sad that he was no longer the pro tag. The 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 blue hair girl isn't a bad protagonist, but she's just not Ash. Is just the only thing. And she also is kind of Ash's foil in a sense.
Remember when Ash had Pikachu electrocute his Swellow, which somehow gave it super armor?
Oh yeah. What did they call it? Like, they called it a specific name. It's like, but I do know what you're talking about. Like Solo went like Super Saiyan. Limit to the first season of
The
Doctor
anime
Stone. What
is
would be the
wild.
point then? Also, I'm pretty sure Doctor Stone. I guess at one point maybe it would have classified as a hidden gem, but right now I do not believe Doctor Stone is a hidden gem. It's good, but it's not hidden.
If I did that in my Nuzlocke, I'd just be throwing.
If only you could apply anime rule. If there was only a game like that's based off the anime, it would be so chaotic. Like you could just dodge. You could just use the power of friendship and bullshit. That'd be awesome. Saze-san, it's only.
Yeah, let me just trigger the sprinkler system to soak my opponent's ground type so I can hit them with a super effective electric move.
Exactly. I always thought that was the dumbest thing I've ever in Pokemon history. Like He just used his surroundings. Are we serious? And then even then, if you use a water type like move or anything on a ground type and then switch out into your electric type, it's still not gonna work. So how all of a sudden it hurts so badly?
And Soak didn't even exist in Gen 1. So what the heck?
Exactly. Solo leveling does have a game. Yeah, solo leveling does have a game, but I mean, what? I never said anything about solo leveling the game. What? No, not a game based off anime in general. A game based off the Pokemon anime specifically. I know there's Pokemon in the games, but like with like Pokemon like anime logic. Sounds like Legend ZA. I don't think Legend ZA is gonna have a sprinkler system, man. If it does, I owe you like $20 or something, man. It's we're not watching more. We're not watching. We're not watching Morbius for Anime Club, guys. Okay, so far the only real suggestion we have is the Shiko Fumi. I don't know if I said that right. Shigo Fumi. There we go. That's the only real suggestion that Juniper has given. Not even you guys gave. We're not watching One Piece. Cut it out. Yeah, I got lightning powers in God of War. I am God. Isn't that the whole point of God of War? Is you are the God of War? Am I wrong? One Punch Man. As like I said, it has to be. It has to be like unpopular, unpopular, but it's good, and it's also not 30 seasons long. Dragon Ball, come on, man. That is the father of anime, pretty much. If you haven't at least heard of the Kamehameha, what are you doing?
Yeah, I think something with one season or has a self-contained first season would be fine.
Mm-hmm. Kuroko's Basket. I actually haven't heard of that. How long is that? Kuroko's Basketball. I'm only seeing them. Bro.
Mercer, that's obviously a bait.
What do you guys watch on like what platform? Definitely and utterly legally on platforms that are legal and are licensed to run the anime. Definitely, I would never look for anime on websites. That is a very bad thing to do. Sign me up. Is it free? Yeah, I have not heard of Kuroko's Basketball. But there's also like if you have it, Hulu and Netflix, and if you don't, you should definitely not watch it illegally. That would be very bad if you don't have the websites to watch it legally. I can't wink with this model. I'm not giving you guys the link right now. That I could be charged. I mean, I thought everyone knew the link to Hulu.com. What? I wasn't referencing anything else. So is that I pay for my anime? Thank you very much. Then yeah, do it for do it on Hulu and Netflix. I already pay my bills. Free anime, free anime. It's not it's not that hard to find free anime online.
So does anyone else have any nominations that
And actual ones,
other
please.
people most likely haven't seen?
Yeah. So far, it looks like it's Shigo Fumi. There we go. I'm not leaking the link. I'm happy with Juniper suggest. I am also quite happy. It looks really good. If you don't know any good free anime websites, then do you even like anime? Exactly. It's not hard. I only read manga. Manga's cool. I love manga. But if I do ever read manga, it has to be of something I haven't watched, because I can only read the manga or the anime. Otherwise, I just make comparisons between both. I only need to do one.
Anohana was proposed last time too, wasn't it?
I do believe it was. So okay, then those two are on the board. I do both. Some people do. Some people like to make the comparisons, but I just hate that in the whole time in my head I'm like that was in the manga or that the anime added an extra scene. Like I don't want to be doing that. I just want to enjoy it. There, yes, agreed. Okay, so then those are the two. Um, do I put a poll? Actually, you do want to choose between Juniper or Mercer or whoever wants to be the deciding factor.
Hello.
So so it's Anohana or Shigo Fumi, not Kuri. Fumi.
You want this one?
I got find free anime when I was 7. You could do it. Yeah, it's so easy, man. We live in the era of technology. It's and you're telling me you can't find free anime? Nerd, can you meet me on Hypixel? Nah, right now. I can't remember what the other one was. Anohana? Anohana is the one about. I'm pretty sure it's like 7 friends. Uh, and this one dude can see one of the friends who is supposedly dead, but no one else can see her. That's the plot of Anohana. And for the one Juniper suggested, which is Shigofumi, it's about like a what do you call it? A male person who delivers like last messages before they die.
Remember to be nice to your postal worker.
I might now. Shoot, if they're delivering like dead messages. I mean, I don't get any mail though. Letters aren't quite common nowadays, sadly. Oh, I've seen that one. Yeah, yeah, yeah. I think we were talking about it at one point, Mercer.
Have you seen Anohana, nerd?
I do, but I can't say I remember it. I can't. I know it had a sad ending, but I can't say I remember what that sad ending was. I don't remember if it was a happy sad or just sad sad. So, but I do know I have seen it, and I do know the plot. I like Juniper's one more. I haven't seen it, but it sounds interesting. I mean, I think I like. I do. I can't lie. Juniper's just sound really interesting. I will. Nerdanku with his quotes.
I mean, we could do a poll.
All right. Okay. I will throw the poll up, and even then, obviously, whatever doesn't get picked will most likely be picked for next time because I do like the idea of both. I'm sorry if I absolutely mess up one of their names. Um, Anohana's the one about Anohana's the one about the dude who can see one of the dead friends, but his friend group can't, and then Shigofumi is the one that delivers the messages of the departed. What about Rising of the Shield Hero? Dude, that's like 4 seasons. I and I can't tell if Rising of the Shield Hero is popular or not because I don't think many people talk about it, but I'm sure it's not well known. I'm voting with my alts. Mm, I don't know.
Kakashi's committing voter fraud.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. What the heck? Rising is well known. Okay. Considering how many seasons it's got, yeah, yeah. I and also same thing with Doctor Stone. I like the earlier seasons way better than where the direction Rising of the Shield Hero is taking. Season 1 is also my favorite of that as well. Right now it's completely split. That's why Doraemon is a better option, short and sweet. What is up, Yukino-san? Hello, hello. Right now we are voting for what to watch next anime club. Because we did just finish our discussion about The Day We Became a God. How are you today, by the way? How's everyone today? I, I, I think I think I was in the discussion. I forgot to ask. How are you, Juniper? It's going good. That's good to hear. Right now, the 2 votes
How
that
am
were
I doing?
suggested.
Well,
Yeah,
I
how are you
just
doing?
made curry yesterday.
Is it good? Like, is curry good? I've never had
And
it.
it's very good.
Oh, that's good to know. Good to know. The Day I Became a God is
You've
solid.
never had any curry before?
No kind whatsoever. Thank you so much for just subscribing, Yukino-san. That means a lot. Thank you very much. Alright, but right now the choices are between Anohana, which is about a dude who can see his dead friend, but his friend groups think he's crazy, and the other one is about uh a postal worker. That's what it's called. A postal worker who delivers messages from the departed. Like their final messages, kind of. Both are solid. Yeah, both look very good. And the Day I Became a God, I do enjoy it, but the more and more we like picked and nicked at it, like I guess like looked at it through a magnifying glass, it could have used a lot more more time. If they give itself 2 seasons instead of one to extenuate on everything and drops little hints, I think it would have been a lot better anime. But I did also really like it. I love the concept of it. But they aren't the best, of course, of course. Yeah, I mean, we're not looking for the best of the best. We're just looking for something, just a really good time to watch and discuss. And I cannot remember Anohana enough to say if it was peak or not. or to say if it's solid or not, because I don't remember it, and that might extend you a lot. Because I do remember what's it called? I don't remember the name, but I remember the anime perfectly. It's my favorite anime. How could I forget the name? It's such a dumb detail to forget. Uh, Steins Gate. There you go. I can remember Steins Gate's episodes almost perfectly. I love Steins Gate. I can tell you where the plot takes off, the indicing incident, the middle, the beginning, the end. I love it. Wait, am I a weeb? No, probably not. Have you read Charlotte? I have watched Charlotte, and I'm pretty sure from what I remember it was also good, but that was a very long time ago. I'm pretty sure I watched it when it came out. What are the real? Where are the real weaves when you need them? Butterflies? Do you want to extenuate on that joke, Juniper?
Butterflies is my mod and is 100% a weeb.
Oh, I thought you meant like actual butterflies. I was like, what? That makes a lot more sense. Um, I love Steins Gate, dude. Achievement
If I was
point is the
talking
best.
about the bug, I wouldn't have capitalized it.
Is achievement point an anime? Or anime knowledge and watching hours. Name every One Piece episode. Episode 1, episode 2, episode 3, episode 4, episode 5, so on and so forth. There you go. I win. God of War Ghost of Sparta has been 10 out of 10 experience for now. Ooh. Are those like Magi type? No, Butterflies is like her mod. Juniper is also a streamer, so plus a YouTuber, so I would go subscribe to her on both YouTube and Twitch. She's amazing. I love her content, and I try to be there as much as I can. And Mercer also does love her content as well. She is his favorite content creator. There we go. Charlotte was also by the guy who wrote Day I Became a God. Oh, that's so interesting. I did not know that. Mercer. That's hard. That's hard. Cause, I mean, what do you identify more of a weeb? Like ours, those who analyze, those who discuss, those who watch all the mainstream ones, or those who watch all the hidden ones. There's just some like I guess kind of.
And I think a pretty big indication of how much of a weeb someone is how much they use random Japanese in regular English conversation.
The only Japanese word I've learned from anime, I've only learned two, and it's like ohayo, which is I'm pretty sure good morning, and yata, which I'm pretty sure means like yay or something like that, some kind of celebratory word. And then those would be so, I feel like those would be awkward to use in English. I've read everything I have watched. Oh, that's so cool. Which is about 200 plus? Dang, that's so cool. Manga is such a cool experience. Achievement Point is the best episode in style. Oh, I don't remember names very well. I remember the plot perfectly, but you will not catch me remembering the episode names or the character names to a T. Like I'll remember bits and pieces of the character names, but do not expect me to get them all right. But I do remember the plot, and it is my favorite anime still. I only remember character names if they're weird, which, yeah. I think you know who is a weeb now after Juniper's sentence. Oh, I'm not a cringe weeb. Kakashi can have that one. Ohio? Alright, buddy. I'm gonna cause chaos in Juniper's streams from now on. It's crazy. Japanese in the middle of English. I got Steins Gate, my number one anime, dude. Yukino, you're the goat. I love Steins Gate enjoyers. I love Steins Gate so much. Who wins? Anime watch me or Mercer. Mercer said you can have it, so you can take that. Okabe, yeah, that's what I
Steins Gate
remember.
is my dad's favorite anime, so that's something.
Yeah, your dad's cool as heck. I just love. It's just something about it. It's just captivated me more than any anime I've ever watched. I'm pretty sure I watched that in like the first time I watched it. I'm pretty sure I watched it in like three days because I just couldn't stop, which I guess isn't that impressive, but I did stay up to watch it. uh, but yeah, I like the anime a lot. So never trusted Mercer, no one ever. But my personal all time is I've never heard of Umineko or Usogui, and I refuse to watch ReZero. I refuse to watch it. I'm sorry. I bet it's good. I bet it's a fantastic anime, but I do not care. My main point is that he doesn't choose Rem, and I just know I would get sad watching that, knowing he doesn't choose Rem. I just refuse.
I liked season 1 of ReZero. After that, it definitely goes downhill.
Mm. That's what I've heard as well from my friend who does like ReZero a lot. But I just he's been trying to make me watch it. I just can't. I refuse. No, knowing that he doesn't choose Rem, I just I refuse. I'm the ultimate no life friends anime watcher. Is that a title you're aiming for? Rem is mid. Amelia better. Well, I know nothing about Amelia
It just gets
whatsoever.
too harem-y at that point.
Yeah, I bet too. But I know nothing of Amelia whatsoever at all. I have no clue anything about her. All I know is that Rem goes on a rant in the middle of the anime. And this rant is the only thing I've ever seen about this anime. And the rant she goes on is telling the main character, I don't know his name, of how she would like to get married and hold hands and do all this cutesy stuff and all this stuff, get married, have kids, be a family, and he goes on and on and on, and he just doesn't choose her after that. Is crazy in my head. I hate Rem once Arc 7 comes out. I have no idea anything about that, man. Like I said, I've never even seen episode 1. 22,000 anime is kind of crazy. Name them all. Name them all. I'm joking. I'm joking. That would probably be impossible. That's nothing. Yeah, but she declined that. She was the one who said no. For real? Really? I don't know. I watched 2001. It's 22K. You have not seen almost all the anime ever, dude. I don't know about that one, man. I don't know about that one. That's like saying you've seen every, like, I don't know. It's like saying you've seen every telenovela ever made. There's just so many. I'd maybe believe you if you said 1,000 with 22K. And how old are you? I don't know if the numbers match up, man. I'll take your word for it, I guess, though. But do I end poll or what goes on? Y'all are arguing the impossible. It's close to 100.
Did you vote in the poll, nerd?
No, I did not. Would you like me to?
I mean, I think so. I think we have enough people voting to where it's not like it's just us voting or anything.
Okay. Did you vote? Boom. I just put in my vote.
I did vote. Yeah, I did not vote last time. But we only had like 3 people voting.
Yeah. Me and Kakashi are the same age? Wait, what? Are you being serious, Kakashi? Kakashi, you're 20. Really? I I'm so sorry. I swear you've talked about school or something before. I swear. I swear you have. Am I crazy? Am I thinking about someone else? I might be thinking about Sin, I guess, but that's crazy. If y'all are so nerds. It's my name, man. Tell me what the best shonen is. If you get it wrong, you haven't watched all of them. Gosh, yeah, out here acting like he's gonna watch. Should be obvious. I be big Iron Robot guy. College is college. Oh, that's cool, man. My bad. My bad for for assuming the worst. My bad, man. I guess not worst, but like assuming your age. I guess. I just didn't think my kind of content would reach the 20 age audience, I guess, because I'm pretty sure most of my audience is like eh, high school, middle school range. One Piece is overhyped. I do believe so. Well, I mean, I have not finished it, so I will not actually extenuate. But I'm watching it. I like it. I like it. But the best? The best? It's good. It's good. But it is also time consuming. And it just feels sometimes tiring. And some of the episodes do feel like a chore just to get to the good episodes. Well, where apparently there's an anime argument going on. Have all of you guys voted on what anime you guys would like to see us discuss about next anime club?
It looks like it was a somewhat close vote, but Anohana, I think, is the winner.
Should I end it then?
I mean, it's been up for what, 18 minutes now?
Yeah, that's what it says. Mm.
Unless we suddenly get like 3 more votes for Shigofumi.
Demon Slayer isn't top 50 in anime. Not yet, but I think it could get there. Maybe when it's done, because from what I heard from manga readers spoiling for me, it's gonna get really good. It's got a good plot, manga wise, so far. Um, Larry, what's up?
I wouldn't even know what to call the best shonen, because I don't really watch much watch much shonen. I can word.
I am just a very indecisive person, so I also cannot. Even though I have seen, I wouldn't say I would have seen. I don't even think I've seen half, to be honest. But tried to keep up with mainstream. I know I haven't dipped my toes into Dragon Ball at all. Um, I've I've watched. Uh, I don't know. I watched a lot of episodes of One Piece, but in the grand scheme of things, I don't think it's that many One Piece wise. Um, I have I have not kept up with MHA, to be honest. I I feel like I dropped it after a couple seasons. Um, I know a lot of people are telling me it gets a lot better with the newer seasons though, so I might try and pick it up again, but no guarantees. Yeah, I can't think of loads of shonen anime I actually have finished all the way through. I don't think there's like all that many. MHA is awesome. I don't know. I forgot which season it was, but it was just so boring. It was just a season that was like awfully like put me to sleep. I think it was like 4 or 5. It was just so
I don't know.
nothing.
Weird is not a word I would associate with My Hero Academia. There's so many anime that are so much weirder than it.
I don't think anime MHA is weird, but the fandom very much is. There's a lot of weird people who watch MHA for some reason. Baku no Pico no contest. All right. Okay. You can name the weirdest. Yeah, you can have got that. That has to be the weirdest anime. I mean, I can't think of anything like weirder. Who made that, by the way? They have to be in bars by now. You're more anime gamer than that. That's fine, be dead. You read that? You read that? I think that's kind of crazy. I mean, I've only seen like clips, and I absolutely am disgusted. To sit there and read that, I feel like I couldn't. That has to be like a torture method. Um,
Not sure this is the weirdest, but Kuchu Bronco is pretty far up there.
what's that about? Do I ask?
It's about a psychiatrist who. How do I describe it? I just sent you the My Anime List link.
Let me check it out. Okay, let's see. The world of psychology is far from strange to the unusual Dr. Ichiro Ibaru, a recent psychiatrist of Ibaru General Hospital. He and his charming nurse, Mayumi, run through several patients each suffering from a mental illness that harms their everyday life. Patients should be wary of this seductive Mayumi with her spellbinding looks. What? And devilish charm. What? Is she's trying to seduce the patients? Wait. No, I don't think it's
Let's
as
not watch Higurashi for this.
which is that the where'd you someone say that? Let's watch Higurashi. Is that the when they cry
Yeah,
one?
Mercer suggested it. It's pretty disturbing.
That's the one they cry, right?
Yeah, when the evening cicadas cry.
Hmm. Yeah. They want to end the poll. I could dismiss it. I'm joking. Okay.
I mean, I've seen it. It's fascinating, but yeah, it's very disturbing.
yeah, I would guess as much. Mercer, you can't be killing them like that. That's that's interesting. I don't know if it's an anime, but something I never want to either a read or watch if it does get an anime, which it better not. Metamorphosis, I think that's absolutely disgusting, and I never want to go near that. But Baki
There's
no
also
Pika might be worse.
Technolize if you want to get really depressed.
What? What is it called? Technolize?
It's called Technolize, but it's spelled really weird.
Like with an X? Oh, I see. Is a Japanese experimental anime television series. Hmm. That's interesting. Anyway, uh, should I put that on the poll?
No, I think the poll is fine as it is.
Okay.
I do think the Tokyo Ghoul manga was pretty good, but the anime adaptation was garbage. One of the worst adaptations I've seen.
Mm. Terraformers only season 1. We don't talk about season 2. Huh? They ruined Tokyo Ghoul so badly. It needs a remake. Really? Did they mess up on the anime that bad? Favorite manga right now is Tokyo Ghoul. That's interesting. Cool. Mm, I think the only recent manga I read. What was the most recent manga I have read? Uh oh, I was rereading what's it called? A Silent Voice. I I I can't. I think I like a Silent Voice manga more than the movie. It's just I love the manga. That's the only thing that I have watched the anime slash manga for. But yeah, I do like. But that's what I'm. But I did compare them a lot, which is why I didn't like comparing them. Just watch Terraformers, nerd. It's cool. Okay, just season 1. Okay.
We haven't gotten a single vote in the poll in 10 minutes. I think it's
Alright.
safe to say it's time to close it.
And poll. You should try the Steins Gate visual novel. Mercer was talking about Clannad. Okay. Looks like we're watching Anohana. So, everyone watch Anohana. And when would you want to do next stream? And watch Claymore? I'm kidding. Alright.
I mean, in about a month. I can't say for sure when I'm gonna be available until we get
Okay.
closer to then.
Then everyone watch Anohana until next month approximately. So go watch it and remember to be analyzing it because we are going to discuss it next month and we're going to go into as much detail as we can. And since this one will be fresh in our minds instead of waiting multiple months because my computer crashes because of a slime, that won't happen. So it'll actually be next month and it'll be fresh in our heads. And so we'll be able to go into deeper discussion about
Don't
it.
forget to like the stream and subscribe to Nerd.
And go subscribe to Juniper too. That's in the title, and I hope I put it in the description. It should be in the description. But go subscribe to Juniper. She is such a cool person, and she's really good at challenge runs. Whether it be what's it called? What's that? Whether it be like a tower defense style game or it be Pokemon or whatever, she's very good at what she does. She is very smart and analytical. And so do subscribe to her. She's just a great person to be around. Yes, Rimuru the slime. It wasn't Rimuru. I mean, kind of looked like him, but it was purple instead of blue. But all right. I'll see you guys. Hope you guys have a great day, night, afternoon, evening, or morning. Where you're having. I hope it's as amazing as you, and I hope you guys liked the new model. I've been messing with it. It's pretty cool. I like it. And thank you to Juniper for telling me about Vroid. It's been very helpful. So see you guys in the next stream. Goodbye.